Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to Lemon Branch Travels. I'm Papa J and I'm so glad you're here. We have made it to Belgium. We are in Brussels, Belgium on the Disney cruise, and it is day 2 of our Disney adventure here in Europe. We are going to go ashore and we're going to have a lot of fun. We are creating our own excursion today, and we're going to go around the city and we're going to see a bunch of fun things. We're going to go try some food. We're going to go just wander around and see some fun things. You can take different excursions, but we're going to create our own. Come with us and let's go see what we can do. So we just got off the ship, and here in Brussels there's 2 ways that you can do it. If you're not doing an excursion, you can take this shuttle. They do have a free shuttle. You have to take a shuttle, and you have to take it into you can either take it here to the free shuttle to the gate, or there's another one that takes you, I think, a little bit further. So we're just going to find out exactly what shuttle we're supposed to be getting on. But if you want to do your own excursions, then you basically have to, either way, it does not matter. You have to take a shuttle out of the port area. So something to be aware of. Okay, so there's one that just takes you to the gate. There's another one that takes you to the town. So just kind of ask the cast member, they'll tell you, they'll direct you. The one that we want to get on is to the one to the town. So the one to the town, these are all kind of marked over here with flags. So all the buses are lined up right here. And all these other people, you can see they're doing excursions. They're all following number 14. They all have a sticker on for that particular group that they're getting on. But these over here, this one says Disney Cruise Line shuttle this way. Okay, so you want to take the bus that says Blankenberg. They will direct you to which bus. This one, I cannot believe it. It is like a brand new bus. It still has the brand new bus smell. It is really nice. So we're just going to jump on this, head into town. Okay, so this is actually a pretty simple process. You just ride the train into town, and then it's a short little walk basically across the street to the train station. In the train station, you can take a train. It runs, for us, it's departing in 10 minutes, but I don't know how often they run. It's, I think every hour there's a train going and coming back from the city, if that makes sense. It's every hour on the hour is what we've been told. So I just bought us a ticket, and you can buy a round trip ticket. For 5 of us, it was 39 euros. So not totally out of control. So 39 euros, if you want to see, kind of compare that with other excursions, 39 pounds. You could do first class if you wanted for an additional 3 euros per person, but we didn't need that because it's only a 15-minute train ride. So we're just jumping on the train right now, and it's going to depart in 10 minutes. And we'll just ride this into Bruges, and very simple, very simple. So the train is very nice. A little bit smelly in here. It's got it's a little bit smelly, but it's a nice clean train. And so we just wait here for 10 minutes. Next stop, Bruges. Okay, so this is the Lake of Love, and it's only about a 5-minute walk from the train station as we got off. So this is considered the Lake of Love. It's actually really pretty, very picturesque. There's a bridge here that you can come across with these beautiful planter boxes here of flowers. I mean, they are so pretty. And like the willow is dipping into the river. I guess it's a lake, technically a lake.
It says Minnewater Park, Lake of Love, whatever that means.
And what's interesting is I'm seeing a lot of people wearing the exact Disney, so they all have their little Disney tags on. So this is actually one of the excursions that you can get on the Disney cruise. So if that's something that you are interested in doing, you could look for this as part of the itinerary. But as far as we did not do the excursion, there's 5 of us, and we're into this 39 euros at this point. So just for reference, if we're kind of tallying up, we'll see how much it costs us at the end of the day for all the things that we're going to be doing versus what it would cost if we were to compare it straight across, if that makes sense, for an excursion. Okay, so we're just making our way to a church called the Church of the Lady. And so there's a lot of really close things together here, and I'm noticing there's just tons and tons of people behind us. Every one of them are doing an excursion from the Disney cruise, so they all have different numbers on, and you can tell it's a Disney cruise. Well, first they're all sporting Disney castaway bags and Mickey stuff, but so this is where one of the main stops is for all of these different excursions. So let me turn this around, you can see kind of why this is such a popular spot here. This is really a crowded area, obviously, very touristy. And this church up here, you can kind of see the church up here, just the side of it. But there's lots of shops along the sides here, a lot of fun things to look at, a lot of fun things to shop for. But there's the church that we're heading to right there. It's like really stepping back in time here next to this church. These streets are so old. It says it's a medieval village, right? And it really does look it. It reminds me a lot of Florence, Italy. Okay, one of the famous things here is this right here. And that's one of the only things that Michelangelo did that actually left Italy during his lifetime. That is in here. It is something that you can go see. It costs extra. I don't know how much it is. We did not go in there to pay, but that is located here at this church. Okay, so one thing I am noticing, this is such a beautiful town. It is so fun. It is so, like it's very, very clean and fun to walk around in. You can take these water tours. There's some great views of all these churches here. That building is 1720. And underneath that says the best Belgian chocolate. There's a lot of those around. But I love the architecture of all this and just how old everything is. But it's just so clean. So this is the Belfry.
And Market Square.
So this is Market Square here. So this is St. John's Mill, and it's the only fully working windmill left here in Bruges today, and has been standing here since 1770. Now, back in the Middle Ages, this entire stretch was lined with windmills, and there was more than 20 windmills that stretched along this point. Over time, most of the windmills have been dismantled or they fell into disrepair, but this one here survived, and it still does exactly what it was built to do. Okay, so this is an actual mill that you can go get on. And there's the prices for it and the times that it's open. So to get inside, we have to climb up a steep wooden staircase up into the body of the mill. Now this is entirely built out of oak, And this entire base is rotating. So the whole structure can pivot so that the sails always face into the wind. Now that we're inside, we are completely surrounded by massive wooden gears, hand-carved beams, all these belts that connect everything together. So you can actually see just the power of this wind and how it gets transferred through these shafts and these sails into the gears that now spin these huge millstones. These stones then grind grain into flour, and when they're running, as you can hear, the sound is deep, it's rhythmic, it's almost hypnotic, but it is very noisy. So here's something cool. All the teeth on the gears are made of wood. They are not metal, as you can see, and that is intentional. Wood was easier to replace, and it actually absorbs the shock of the movement better than any iron back then. So one of those little engineering details that shows how advanced these old designs really were. There's another good look at St. John's Mill. So there's another one there, and we're on our way to see, I guess there's a few more this way if you're interested in these windmills. So this is kind of a cool little thing that he was telling us. So they don't sell the flour, they don't sell it to the public. What they basically do is they sell it to the local farmers, and they can use it for feed for the animals. I don't think they hand out samples for that very reason. I'm not really sure how sanitary any of that stuff is. So for that reason, they just kind of sell it to the local farmers. But kind of interesting. The one thing to note, they will tell you do not touch anything while you're up there. They do have cameras, and so they're down below and let you just kind of go up and wander, spend as much time as you want up there. But if anybody does touch anything, they will yell up, don't touch anything. So that was kind of interesting. The whole windmill itself, the entire building, he called it the house, right? The whole house can pivot 360 degrees, whichever way the wind is facing, or, blowing. So you can face the wind. Very interesting. So here's another one, and it's painted pink. This one's designed a little bit different with the actual, brick structure underneath it. Yeah, they put them on top of these hills to get more wind. So they figured out if they have it elevated, so they put them on top of these mounds to get more wind. Okay, so we are sitting in the market square, and we just ordered a few things just to try. These are some mussels, because they do this here. And then we got some fries, and they're famous for their fries, and then their beef stew, which is what we got there. So we're just kind of sharing a little of this before we head back to Royal Court tonight for our filet mignon. Okay, so we are in Belgium, so we have to get a Belgium waffle. So here we are at Chez Albert. Okay. All right, so this is how that beautiful thing came out. I mean, look at that. Look at the chocolate.
I know.
That looks pretty amazing.
All right, Jerry,
okay, that looks awesome. Okay, so how we are getting back from the town. So you see how this is just the Bruges station. What you want to do is get back to Blankenberg. That's where the port is, where the ship is located. And so you get the IC line, and it goes every half hour. Okay, so I wanted to explain the process here in Bruges when you get back on the ship. So how this works is you have to take a shuttle into the town and then have the shuttle bring you back to the cruise. But when they do, they bring you to a terminal here where you have to go through security. So they drop you off from one bus, you go through security, and you have to, no watches, no belts, no anything metal, everything out of your pockets, no jackets, like literally the whole shebang. And then after that, then they put you in a big long line again to get on another shuttle that then takes you back to the ship. So this is a little bit more extensive than what you normally see when you go on an excursion. Okay, so we're finally back on board, and we've done a lot of cruises, a lot of different excursions, and that one was kind of an intense one. So just know that you're just going to be in a crowd of people, but I will say the city of Bruges is worth it. It is such a beautiful place, such a fun place to go and see. We did not do the Disney excursions. We did our own, but we basically went to the exact same place that all of those other excursions take you. So we just basically created our own, and it's not hard. That train, like I said, you saw that earlier. I think it was less than 40 euros, whatever it was. 39 euros, 36 euros, I can't remember what it was. But that's really all it was. The only other expense that we had is when we went into the Windmill. So the Windmill was 5 euros for adults older than 25. Anyone younger, it was like $4. The kids are or 4 euros. The kids are like 3 euros or something. So anyway, that was 24 euros for us to go do that. Anyway, now we're back on board. We're gonna go just kind of walk around and probably get some water. We didn't drink enough water today, so we're gonna just kind of get some water and just go explore the ship a little bit more and just kind of have fun before we go to dinner. So I can't believe that dinner is going to be in like an hour. So it's already that time. So okay, so for dinner tonight we are at the Royal Court, and I'm going to just show you what I ordered. It's pretty much the same menu that they've had. If you've been on the Disney cruise before, you will know that it's kind of the princess themed and more French cuisine, so it's all French. So tonight for my appetizer I went with the brie. They also have the lobster and shrimp appetizer that everybody really likes. They also have a couple salads that you can choose from. This is also where you can get really good French onion soup. They have a really good filet. They have duck that you can have. You've got salmon. There's a couple different options like that. But tonight, I'm going to show you what I ordered. I got the brie to start with and the French onion soup, and I went with the filet. So when it comes out, I'll show you what it looks like.
It's non-liquid.
Okay, so this is the brie, the fried brie, and it comes with this chutney. I think that's what it is, but it's like a cranberry, which is really good. So when you cut into that, it's a nice gooey brie.
It's nice and green.
Okay, so I went with the filet. So this is the filet tonight. So you can kind of see, and I get mine medium rare. So that gives you a little idea of what that is. And this is a béarnaise sauce, is what that is. So there you have it. Thank you guys so much for joining us today here in Bruges. It is such an absolutely amazing place to visit. I absolutely love being in these old medieval towns. They are so historic. They are so fun to walk around in. They are so picturesque. And it is such a fun thing to do it while we're here on the Disney cruise. What a blessing it is to be here. Thank you again for watching. If you did like this, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit subscribe. You don't want to miss our next city, so stay tuned because tomorrow's video, sneak peek, we are supposed to be in Amsterdam, but because of weather, we are going to a brand new port of call that has never been on Disney Cruise Line's list before. So stay tuned because we are making history on the next video. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you on the next port of call.